I've been dancing my whole life, mainly hip hop, but I've dabbled in every style pretty much, and I just figured that since I can't go to my own studio right now because of what's happening in the world, I just decided I can dance myself and teach other people at the same time, especially young kids who really have nothing to do right now. They can't go to camps. Their parents are probably stressing out trying to deal with them at home, so this is a good distraction for both them and their parents and for me. Out of the responses I've gotten, it's been a lot of parents saying that their kids have always wanted to try dance, but they've never really gotten into it. And I feel like this is kind of the perfect opportunity because, one, it may be less nerve-wracking for kids when you're online. It's just you. The kids aren't looking at you through the screen. You're not in a big studio. It can be really intimidating. I've definitely experienced that, especially when you're the younger one in an adult studio. So I think for ages 7 to 9, which is what I'm teaching here, they can really let go, be themselves completely, and kind of just focus on having fun rather than being in a big studio and having all the lights on them. I mean, I've never really had an experience like this where I'm giving back this skill. I'm always the one on the receiving end, and I've appreciated every class that I've taken, every teacher I've had. It's always a new fun experience for me. So I just thought it would be great to kind of turn that around now that I'm older and to kind of test it out and see if I can do the same thing and give back, but also to my community where I know how hard it's been recently for everyone. Like, definitely been a completely new experience for me. I've never kind of headed my own thing. I've always tagged along to others. So I think this is a great way for me to kind of branch out and test my minor out in the real world. Hopefully it works out, but if not, it's just like a stepping stone for the future. It's definitely difficult trying to, market and get your voice out there when you're 20 years old. You don't really know any parents with young children, so you're kind of using your connections and having your mom send things out for you, which can sometimes feel a little counterintuitive, but there's definitely been some struggle with that. It's a slow start right now, but I'm hoping it'll pick up as the summer goes along. Also, just technical issues, trying to figure out how to teach a dance class over Zoom, little things like how am I going to play the music so that they can hear it? Do I have a good workspace? I'm going to be using my basement, but it's also very hot and kind of small down there, so is it going to be the same? Just a lot of things are definitely going to be different to what I'm used to, so I'm just trying to adapt quickly, but also just making it fun. I've never taught this age group. I taught in high school, but it was my age at the time, so it's a very different type of language that you're trying to teach when you're teaching younger people. It has to be fun, upbeat. You can't use certain songs that you normally hear in the studio, so it's a completely different type of hip hop, which is interesting, but I'm definitely excited, and I was there at one point. I've been taking hip hop since I was a little kid, so it'll be nice to get back to that stage. But yeah, a lot of bumps in the road, but I think I'm gonna smooth them over hopefully soon. I feel like it's a super stressful time. I feel like I want to help out my family. I want to kind of have a purpose right now. Kind of feels like a standstill. A lot of things I wanted to do this summer are not happening, so I feel like it was definitely a push for me to start something and see if I can kind of carry something on my own and connect with other people in my community, whereas I don't think this would have come up at all. If the pandemic hadn't hit, I would be going to my dance studio every day and just taking classes, spending my own money and doing that. But now I've kind of flipped the whole thing over, as the pandemic did to all of us. So I definitely think this was pandemic specific and would not have happened otherwise. Right now, it's been such a difficult time for small businesses that any chance we get to kind of praise them and show them that they're necessary to communities and just the foundation of having like great people around you is super important. And I think this is a great way to do that, especially in St. Louis. It's such a vibrant city, and I feel like there's so many small businesses that we can kind of showcase and just appreciate more.